We're all different, and some of us like to consume knowledge visually, and others like to read stuff. And there are benefits to both, and also situationally, we might prefer one over the other. And so, what I wanted to do was to make a video to talk about this really important fundamental idea. And essentially, this is a video narration of the blog post itself, but I'm going to add some commentary and I'll make it as quick as possible. So, the basic thesis is that as a marketer, and I'll kind of draw your attention right now to the various aspects of marketing that consume our attention. So we have new conversions, we have cross sells, we have upsells, we have reactivations, we have word of mouth marketing. There's a lot that's going into marketing, and my thesis is we should focus 100% of our marketing effort on converting new buyers. And so the question is why are we focused on this? And so my thesis is that my basic idea is that it's very difficult as a marketing team to it's of course theoretically it's a very sexy idea to say, hey, we're going to focus on 50 things. Reality is that the human brain is not evolved enough to focus on 50 things really well. We will focus in very unstructured ways, and it won't be super productive. What if instead we asked ourselves another question, which is, of all the things that I could do in marketing, where is my greatest opportunity? And I would argue the greatest opportunity is converting first time buyers. Why? Because there is a data box research study, and there is tons of research on this. And you look at your own data, you can look at analytics, and you'll see what percentage of visitors to your website are brand new. You'll see, as it's true for almost everyone, is that overwhelming number are new visitors. And so now you add another data layer to it. So again, I've shown in this article, where is it? Shown in this article. Let me just zoom back out. I've shown in this article another screenshot that talks about a breakup of new and returning visitors. And so, like I said, you'll see that the new visitors are overwhelming majority. Now, add to that this question of what percentage of my visitors are returning visitors. So imagine if 70% of people that are coming to your website are new and only 10% of people come back. That means of all the marketing effort you're putting in, a small tiny fraction out of 100 people, 7 people or less than 7, yeah, 7 people are coming back. Just think about that. So 93% of those people are never coming back. That's a pretty overwhelming disadvantage. So the way to rectify that is to laser focus on converting first time buyers. Now, of course, now I want to be mindful of the fact that there are different types of business models. There are certain types of companies, for example, supplement businesses, health supplement businesses, or companies that are selling products that have a repeat nature to it. Right, toothpaste is something it's a product that people buy over and over again. In those cases, the marketer could make a strategic choice and say, look, I'm going to use the first sale as a loss leader. I'm going to actually lose money on the first sale or maybe even break even on the first sale. Why? Because I know that once this person starts using my brand of toothpaste, they're going to be a customer for a long time, maybe their life, but maybe 6 months, and I'll recoup the profits across that lifetime. But if you're selling a dog wheelchair, or if you're selling most consumer products, let's say you're selling your Dyson and um, you're selling a vacuum cleaner, for example. Yes, there is a possibility that, hey, look, we have a broad portfolio. They also have hair dryers and other products as well. But I don't think they're looking at it from that perspective. I know that I would expect the Dyson's marketing team would need to make a profit on the first sale itself. Now, of course, they'll want to also drive lifetime value. So when you think about your product, depending on what you're selling, if you're selling a fashion clothing and you have a website where there's fast fashion where there's new designs coming out all the time, sure, you want to do this. But the clients that we work with, the clients that I work with, primarily are companies that are selling a product that you buy it once and you solve that problem. If it's an exercise bike, or it's a room air purifier, or if it's a sheet of metal that helps you bake a delicious pizza pie. These are all purchases that are made, and then that's the end of it. So I need to really laser focus on converting the visitor in the very, very first instance. Let me just quickly kind of look at to see what else. Okay, so there are a couple of other thoughts I want to share as well. One is that I want to be really, really, I know while I'm emphasizing converting first time buyers, I want to be really careful about not over marketing to first time buyers. This is a easy trap that marketers can fall into, right? So my thesis is that, look, if you over market to people, then what's going to happen is you're going to get higher returns, and also people will be, there'll be lower levels of satisfaction, so they're going to post on your comments, you'll get worse comments. So be very mindful about over marketing. So that's something to be aware of. Let's see what else. Okay, so we've actually even, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I want you to see this because I think this nice, sometimes visuals really help. So this visual basically says, is helping reinforce that idea. So we're saying that the most important job in e-commerce is switch behavior, and switch behavior is defined as getting a visitor to buy on your site for the very first time, right? So I wanted to make a visual to communicate this idea. Now, the final thing I'll say is that now the question, of course, is in your mind is that, okay, well, we understand that you're really emphasizing converting first-time buyers. I even understand what you're saying and I agree with it. How do I do it? Our entire product story framework, which is also linked in this article, is built around this idea of converting first time buyers. So we have this framework where we say, in order to convert someone for the first time, and this is a really important distinction I should add, is that first time buyers behave very differently than repeat buyers. In fact, I would argue that they share very little DNA. Whereas repeat buyers are very patient, and they are, even there's a screw up on the website, they'll still buy. First time buyers would leave the website if you make the slightest mistake. So going back to how we convert them, we have a framework which is linked in this article, and a summary of that framework is we need to first solve for why we exist and why this product must exist. Those are two aspects of a product story. And then within that, we have, and once you've done that, we have a 9 point conversion copywriting process that is designed to essentially take the user from awareness to interest to desire to purchase. So go ahead and read that article as well. I think you'll find it incredibly valuable. Have a great day.